Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reviewing Selena Gomez's makeup brand, Rare Beauty. But I only got like 3 products. Can you even see it? It's like, but yeah, I only got 3 products because I can't afford all of it. I got the foundation, concealer, and one of the highlights. Okay, so yeah, the foundation was $29. The concealer was $19, and then the highlight was $22. So I did swatch these last night when they got shipped to my house because I was too excited. And I wanted to make sure it was at least a similar color to my skin since I ordered them online. It is. I got the shade 120C. So this is the packaging. Super cute. I wanted to say, so I had posted on my story that the packaging was made for people with physical disabilities or like arthritis and stuff that have trouble opening bottles. But it turns out the company or brand has never said that, just people started saying that. So I don't know for sure if it's true. From what I can tell, there's no like real sources that have stated that, but yeah. But there are a lot of colors. I can't remember how many shades. I think there's like 40 shades or something like that. Which is really good, and they do support mental health, so like a certain amount of the proceeds goes to this fund for mental health, which is really cool. So that's the foundation. The concealer I also got in 120C, and it definitely is lighter. It's a slightly lighter shade. So just keep that in mind if you wanted to get one that like they go together, like it makes sense for under the eyes. You want it a little bit lighter, but
just so you know.
And then this is the highlighter. I got the highlighter in Mesmerized. It's like this rose gold kind of color. I don't know. It's super pretty. I'm super excited. So usually I don't use liquid blush or highlight. I do have a lip and cheek paint that I'm gonna use since I have a liquid highlight, but I don't have any like liquid or cream bronzers. So I'll probably do that last after I powder stuff, and I'm gonna wait to powder until after I do the highlight, which I'm a little, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm gonna just dab this on my face. I have a few spots on my face right now, and I know the foundation is supposed to be a lighter coverage, which is, I'm like, of course, right when I'm trying to try a lighter coverage foundation, my face decides to get a few spots. I'm gonna first go in with the concealer on those spots. The applicator is interesting on this. So it's like, I don't know if you can see it. This is how the applicator looks like, which is kind of interesting, but when you like actually put it in, you get like a good amount of product right on there. Can you tell the difference? I'm just gonna use my finger and then do it on the... Okay, I'm just gonna dab this in with my sponge. I like the way the coverage looks. I mean, it's light. I didn't put that much on, but it covers it enough where I think like with the foundation it should be good. I typically I used to always want like full coverage, completely cover my face foundation, but more recently I've been like way more into the whole like lighter makeup, and like the Pretty Fresh foundation is a lot lighter. You can build it up to pretty good, but like, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so now I'm gonna go in with the foundation. Why could I not say that? It's very liquidy, so just warning. It's got the Dofa applicator, which I know some people don't like. I actually haven't ever used one before on myself. I've done my friend's makeup that had like one of these applicators. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a line here, line there. It's so light, like it's so, this is so weird. I might have put too much on. Okay. I look so funny. I gotta keep in mind, I know a lot of people said that they liked applying it with a brush better. I have watched reviews because I watched reviews before deciding if I wanted to spend the money on it to do a review. But yeah, I never use a brush for foundation. I want to get a foundation brush, but I just need to find a good one. It's not crazy expensive. So I'm just gonna go in with my sponge. This is so light, like feeling. Also, on camera it's not showing up the same color. Okay. It looks really light on camera. It's not in person, I promise. I might have to change the lighting a little bit. I love the feeling of this. Oh my god. Like, this is so weird because it's like, it feels like nothing. It's so lightweight. Also, it is a fairly good amount of coverage. Like, also, it's not as like oily or like wet feeling. It feels a lot more like almost powdery. So maybe I don't need to set it with a powder. Let's see. Okay, you can still kind of see that spot. Let me go change the lighting. The color actually, I feel like it matches me pretty well. It might be like the slightest bit light, but if I add bronzer, like... Also, yeah, I think this will be fine to not set. I'm so surprised. So now I'm going to go in with the concealer. Honestly, I really like the like angle like of the little applicator thing. Like, it was a little awkward at first, but okay, this is a lot higher coverage than I was expecting. Like, seriously, I'm so shocked. Because everyone was like, oh, it's such light coverage. I mean, I did put a good amount, but like... Okay, I want to clarify. The coverage is definitely not full coverage. I can tell you that. This stuff, the concealer does crease fairly quickly, which makes sense because it's supposed to be like dewy. I don't know. It's just, I'm not surprised that it creases. I also forgot to say, so on my Instagram story, I had asked, I said, well, first I said, should I do a review of these? And of course, there was like 3 or 4 people that said no. One of them was my cousin Riley, so rude Riley. Just saying. She told me, she's like, I didn't even read what it was. I just said no. Like, thanks for that. So I had asked if people wanted a review, and then on the second one I said, should I do a first impressions or should I do a full-on review? And at first a bunch of people were saying just do a review, like after I've used it a few times. But then when I woke up this morning, everybody had voted. Well, not everybody, it was like pretty close to 50-50, but slightly more people voted for first impressions. And then I got a few messages of people saying like, why don't you just do both? So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do this part of the video first, and then after using it a few days, at the end of this video, you'll see how I really feel about it. I'm so shocked at how like powdery this is feeling, like in a good way. Diana's probably gonna be the one editing this video, but Diana, if you want, you can add this in. Diana is a friend from like first grade. Editing is not my favorite thing. I've realized. I like parts of it, and sometimes I like doing it, but it's just like very stressful and it never turns out how I wanted it to. So she saw me post about that on my Instagram story, and she was like, Maddie, I'm a video editor and I need stuff for my portfolio. Like, I can totally help you out. So she's gonna be editing my videos for a little bit so she can build up a portfolio. So thank you, Diana. I really appreciate that. Okay, so now I'm gonna be using the Alouette. It's the face paint lip and cheek tint. I can take the teeniest bit. Okay, it just keeps taking away all the coverage. So let's see. See, this is the struggle. I like the foundation. I just don't know if it works well with what I like to do on my face and all. You know, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't know if the highlight is gonna work well with how I do my makeup. Okay. So far, I like it. I like the way that it looks. Let's just go in with the highlight. Anything. Also, I hope this like actually looks good. I guess on camera it looks way more blinding than it is in real life, but it looks super pretty. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. It's pretty. It's, again, it's not like, but it's very like subtle and I like it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I was nervous there with putting it over a powder, but I'm also gonna I'll do a tiny dot on my nose. A bit of a bigger dot than I was expecting. I do it on my Cupid's bow, tip of my nose. I'm gonna do like a dot here and a dot here. Actually, a dot here. I'm kind of curious what this would look like on the eyes. I know it doesn't say to do that, but like, I really want to see what it looks like. I'm gonna just, this might have been a mistake, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, I don't recommend doing that. Alright, okay. I messed up, I shouldn't have done that. So there is a bit of creasing on my under eye with this concealer, but it's not my fave. Honestly, it might just be with that setting powder. That was not it. Because it's also not as I kind of wanted to add more just because it was looking a little dark under my eye. I'll also go out in the front room and do a little like recording of like what it looks like out there, because the lighting is very different in here compared to out there. I will finish my makeup and update you guys later. Okay, so I finished my makeup. I ended up using JC's palette with X&O Cosmetics. I used, let me look, Philly, I'm Hungry, Shibby, and Stars all on my eyes. But yeah, so, and then I put the highlighter on my inner corner, the Rare Beauty one. I don't know. I don't love it in natural light. Like, I think I put too much on. And then I like layered it, and I don't know if you can even tell, like under my eyes there's like some creasing. I don't know. It just doesn't look that great. Like, I don't know if you can even tell. Like here, it just looks like there's something on my skin. I think I need to try it a few more times. Like, I have hope. I think I can get it to the way I like. I just have to do my makeup differently than what I'm used to. I also put YouTube in my eyebrows from JC's palette. I do it with my brow pencil just to give it more of a reddish tint to match my hair. Secondly, I don't like the way it looks on my chin. Like, I don't know. I just need to try it again. I need to use a little bit less, not layer it on top of powders, because that was a big mistake, and I think that's the issue that why I don't like it, like, in this area. And I want to try not setting it and see how that goes. Maybe I'll put that blush on, like quite a bit of that blush on first, and then I'll do foundation, but I don't know. I'll update you guys and we'll see. Okay, so it's later in the day from the first day that I tried the makeup. It's a bit oily looking. I had, like, I'm dumb and I didn't, like, think about doing my check-in about what my face looks like, and I, like, dabbed my oil off, but you can still kind of see. And I didn't do it on my nose. It's just like a bit much. So I'm thinking I can't not powder. Maybe I can not powder on my cheeks, but everywhere else I'm gonna need to powder a bit. So again, I'm still just gonna play around with it until I figure out how I like it, or if I like it, and I'll let you guys know in a few days. So this is my final thoughts on the foundation, concealer, and highlighter. I like it better today than I did the first day I tried it, and I kind of figured out how it works. The highlight does go on the, like, over powders fairly well, I think. You just have to blend it pretty quickly so it doesn't, like, look spotty where you put it on. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. But overall, I just don't like the way it sits on my skin over time. It gets more oily. I had powdered my face not too long ago, and I usually don't do that throughout the day, so I'm not going to wear a foundation that I have to do that. So yeah, I think I might return the foundation and concealer. The concealer also, it just like creases under my eyes. I don't know if you can really tell. Yeah. See how it, like, it just is a bit too creasy, and for how much I spent on it, I'd rather just get that money back. But I think if somebody has drier skin, it definitely would look good on them, and if they like a little bit more natural. Like, I thought I was more into the light coverage, but not that light, if that makes sense. Like, the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation has been working really well for me. It does get a bit oily, but I think if I get a matte primer, it should work. Where like this, it's just so much oil. Like I don't think even a matte primer would help. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts now that I've tried it for a few days. I think this is the third day that I've tried it, and yeah, like I don't absolutely hate it, but I don't love it. And for how much I spent on it, I'd rather love it. Like it's not outrageously expensive, but it's a bit more than what I usually would want to spend, especially if it's something I don't like, if that makes sense. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep the highlighter though. I do like that. But yeah, so please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff, and thanks for watching. Bye!